I was the sheriff's son growing up. Uh, Mother having passed away, but looking to Aunt B as a sort of a mother figure, but mostly leaning on my father, my pa. Early on, they wrote Opie a little differently. They m- more like the typical sitcom kids who were always kind of with the wise ass comebacks and jokes, punchlines, things like that. And uh, later, I heard that my dad actually was talking to Andy about it and the sort of the Andy Opie relationship. And Andy was talking to my dad about our relationship because my dad and I were very close, and my dad was around the set quite a bit in those days. And somehow, my dad apparently said, "Well, what would happen if Opie knew that Andy was smarter than him? How about if Opie actually respected his dad, as opposed to the sitcom kids who are always kind of making the dad look bad?" I know there are jokes there with that, but I don't know. I just thought it might be different. I don't know if my dad was really thinking that, he dreaded my getting into a pattern of thinking that those comebacks were the right way to deal with a parent, or not. I never asked him, but Andy really took to that, and that's how they began to write that show and that relationship. And I think it was influenced a little bit by my own relationship with my dad. It was a very simple, loving relationship. Uh, Opie did have a lot of respect for his father. He could act up and act out, um, and once in a while, you could do one of those moments where out of the mouth of babes comes the wisdom everyone needs. I forgot that adage, but but Opie could do that. Uh, but for me, playing the part, it it was outside of the fact that there was a literal Southern accent that I did. It was really a matter of just being as honest and realistic as I could be. And I did learn a lot about comedy timing, and Andy was my primary teacher. If I was stepping on a joke or needed to wait or something like that, and I'd get I'd be schooled, and generally Andy was the one who would do that. Uh, and but for the most part, it was naturalism, and that's and the Andy Opie relationship wasn't exactly like my dad's and mine, of course, and I could differentiate between the two, but it felt pretty similar. So it wasn't to me a kind of a fantasy world at all. It was, it was just simple, straightforward, kind of truthfulness.